We turn now to an I-Team exclusive. The GBI has opened an investigation of Austell Police Chief Bob Starrett and his canine unit. Now, Starrett is also one of the 7 members of the Georgia Medical Marijuana Commission.
The investigation began because of an open records request sent to the Austell Police Department by our I-Team. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell is here with this exclusive report. Dale.
Thank you. And we filed our open records request to examine all of the vet bills from the Austell Police Canine Unit, but we never really got a chance to review the bills because the GBI was called in.
I wonder if I could talk to you just a second about the GBI investigation of Chief Starrett.
No, you cannot. Not at this time. No comment.
Austell city leaders weren't in the mood to talk about a GBI investigation of their police chief before council meeting Monday night. Not even close.
That's on the investigation, Mindy. I can't talk about that.
I was here to see the chief. Recently, the I-Team reported how Chief Bob Starrett was not coming into the office, and we wanted to know why. And I'm assuming Chief Starrett's not here either. The city wrote me saying Chief Starrett is still employed with the city of Austell. Chief Starrett is currently not on leave. It wasn't until we filed an open records request for personnel records that we learned Deputy Chief Natalie Polk had been promoted to interim chief. 2 chiefs? We took what we found to legal ethicist Jessica Sino.
None of that has been, shared with the community, and they seem to be keeping a really tight lid on it.
That's when Mayor Ollie Clemens told me he was letting Chief Starrett work from home until he retired early next year. He said the chief was rewriting the police operating procedures. One council member told me it was simply a transition period.
This is a very public position. It is a position that embodies public trust. And, I would think that the city would very much want to let its citizens know what is going on so they don't look like they're trying to cover something up.
I'm the chief of police of Austell, where I have been chief for the last 25 years.
Bob Starrett has been Austell Police Chief for more than 20 years. He's also a member of the Medical Marijuana Commission. That commission is embroiled in controversy over its recent selection of 6 companies to grow and sell medical marijuana in Georgia. Lawsuits and bid challenges have alleged secrecy, politics, and questionable scoring by commissioners, all of them political appointees by the governor, lieutenant governor, and Speaker of the House. While the chief worked from home and protest hearings were set for the Medical Marijuana Awards, we filed another open records request. We got a tip that we should examine the vet bills for the K9 unit. We wanted to know the name of the dog treated and who brought the dog in. When the Austell Police Department got our open records request, they came here to the Bullard Animal Hospital to get the vet bills. I'm told that employees didn't want to turn the bills over. We called the hospital to try to find out why, but the office manager had no comment. I'm told the Austell Police Department had some vet bills on hand, and when they looked at them, they found what's been described to me as discrepancies. Because they couldn't get the other vet bills, they decided to call in the GBI to investigate. The GBI wrote us to say the Austell Police Department asked the GBI to look into allegations of wrongdoing by Chief Bob Starrett surrounding the Austell PD K9 unit. The investigation is active and ongoing. Active, but still no one talking about it.
So no word about the investigation?
You have to check with GBI.
I emailed Chief Starrett to see if he wanted to comment about our report and didn't get a response back. So that's where it stands as of now.
So presumably the GBI doesn't get involved unless there's the potential for something serious.
Yeah, I think so, Russ. I think you could fairly say that if there's something going on, if there is a discrepancy, for example, as the city has told us, the GBI is not going to be interested if it's in a misdemeanor level. It's going to have to be more money than that. So we don't know if anything is wrong. We don't know if anything has gone on. But if there is something that has obviously it's caught their interest because they called in the GBI, it's got to be a certain amount of money. Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
Well, it's a good thing you've kept asking questions and that this investigation got opened as a result of pushing.
When you start an investigation, you never know where it's going to take you. And we certainly didn't see this when all this began. And he's a member of the Georgia Medical Marijuana Commission, the Georgia Access to Medical Cannabis Commission, as it's known officially. What does that mean? He's one of the 7 commissioners, one of the 6 people who judged the bids, he's now under investigation by the GBI. We have no idea if that has any connection at all or if it's going to matter to anyone.
Yeah, I'm sure we haven't heard the last of this story.
No, we haven't.
All right. Dale, thanks.
Thanks.
We are learning more